Hello and welcome everyone to the updated free-to-play guide on farming Astrites in Wuthering Wave so that you can have enough Astrites to pull for your favorite resonator in the future. With the recent update, Kuro just make farming Astrites way more easy, and the rewards is also surprisingly a lot than I anticipated. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Let's start off with the daily activity. Make sure to do it every single day, as this is your only ways to farm Astrite after you've done everything in the game. We already know that Kuro buffed the task where to complete is now pretty simple and easy. For example, by spending 160 wave plate, you already got 60 points, and the remaining points you can either do the daily quest, which is rather fast to do, or maybe just collect some flowers, tune echoes, or maybe synthesize one thing. So don't skip dailies, as you will accumulate a good amount of Astrites over time. Moving on to the data bank. With the recent update by introducing Rinasita, Kuro have extended the level from 21 all the way to 25, and now Septimon is here. There's more echoes for you to farm. Now completing the data bank starting from level 1 all the way to level 25 will grant us a total amount of 1160 Astrites. Completing the data bank is pretty easy, especially when your union level is already high and you are guaranteed 5 stars drop. Not only that, the Milestone is also getting an update where Kuro adding 3 more levels into it, so making it a total of 9 levels. Milestone task is also pretty simple to do, and by completing it, it will give you some of the databank experience as well, making it so you can upgrade your databank at the same time. The highest level of your Milestone, the amount of Astrites you will get is also increased, so don't forget to level them up, and it's around 780 Astrites. Technical Hologram is also one way to farm Astrites, and with 2.4 is now here, Kuro also adding one more boss into the challenge. As of now, we have 13 different bosses that being added on the Hologram, and there's a total of 1560 Astrites once you complete all of the levels. This one you might find it hard to complete it at first, but don't worry, as the rewards will not be reset, or maybe if you have fear of missing out, just chill. You can come back every time you want if you are confident enough with your team to challenge the higher level, cause I shit you not, these level 100 bosses are something else, man. Skill training section is also another way for you to farm Astrites, as more resonator will be introduced in the next patch, and that means more Astrite we can gain from this, and the basic training as well will provide 40 Astrites once you complete all of them. The good thing with this skill training, not only it will give you Astrites, but also regional flowers, and that way it could help us to save some time just to farm the flowers for your resonator. And now we're talking about the exploration. So far, the exploration for Wuthering Wave is absolutely amazing, and with the recent update by introducing Rinasita, Kuro make it way easy to explore and not that too complicated to find some chests. Let's start off with the exploration progress. Before this, you can only claim the progression rewards from the Pioneer Association, but now it has its own progression bar, and once you reach 100%, you can claim 1 luscious tide per area. You can check your progression easily by hover some information here, and if some of it were not found, you will know which one is it. On the new area Septimon, Kuro introduced 2 new challenges on the area, which completing them will give out Astrite as well. For example, the DM Contagion and Heroes Slash. Not only that, unlocking the domain, Passive Field, Resonant Beacon and Nexus will also reward you with some Astrites, so keep an eye on them and start exploring. Also, while freely fly and just explore the map, you will come across the Sun Cascade, and it was highly recommended to collect all of them, and Windchime as well, where it only be available at the Mount Firmament. Once you collect enough Sun Cascade and Windchime, you can exchange them for Astrites. For example, Mr. Chanpi at Jinzhou, Shanga at Hongjin, and Tinze Wenze at Garden of the Lost, and Borders Mountain in Septimon. The other way to farm Astrites, but for one time only, is through the souvenir store. In Jinzhou, you can buy 5 luscious tile from Ganshui by exchanging the wood texture shard with the rewards. You can get the wood texture shard from exploring in Huanglong and opening chases. But on the other hand, in Renacita, you can buy Astrites at the Everardo Bank by using the Monae, which is old currency in Renacita, and you can only farm this by exploration. I mean by opening chests and everything related to exploration. Cooking and synthesizing is also going to reward you 200 Astrites respectively by increasing the level up to 5 level. Event is also another way for you to farm Astrite, as this is the only time where you will get ton of Astrites by the developer, so make sure to do them on time. Wuthering Wave is known to have a ton of events every patches, so worrying about the ad pools might not be our issue for now. This version 2.4 main event is already started, and good god, look at the amount of Astrite you can get from this one event. On top of that, if you are new players, you will see there's a permanent event tabs ready for you to enjoy in collecting Astrites. And the total amount of Astrites you can get from this 5 permanent event is a whopping of 1600 Astrites. 10 pulls for free, bro. Holy. Sad news is, for all players, the reward will not be reset, it only benefits the new players. Next one, you can farm Astrites by completing the achievement, where achievement usually happen, but if you go to achievement hunting mode, you can probably get a lot of done even faster, which since some of it is pretty easy to do, and there's also a co-op event, the co-op achievement, where you complete it with your friends. The one thing with achievement reward is, yeah, it is pretty low compared to the others, but remember the old saying, sikit-sikit, lama-lama jadi bukit, yes. You can exchange oscillated coral to radiant tide, forging tide, and lustrous tide up to 7 times on the item exchange shop, which is reset monthly. Also, if you're planning not to save your afterglow coral, you can exchange for pools, but I highly suggest to keep them and buy the copy of the 5-star resonator of your choice. Endgame content such as Tower Adversity, Whimpering Waste, and Fantasy of the Thousand Gates Waste is also going to give you Astrite, but recently Kuro changed the TOA resets time from 2-week cycle to 4-week cycle, but they added a new endgame called the Whimpering Waste, and this also reset monthly. Fantasies of the Thousand Gates Waste is the only one that has weekly reset, and the amount of Astrites you can get from this one event is around 120 Astrites. Both TOA and Whimpering Waste will give out a whopping of 1500 Astrites, 700 from TOA and 800 from the Whimpering Waste. Finally, do your quest. It doesn't matter if it's main story or simply just a side quest. It is because some of the quests, like side quests, will reward you some Astrite, and some of them will open up a new way to explore the map even more. If you just don't want to focus on the story, there's a skip button ready for you to tap it and move on with the rewards. Not only that, there's the completed story quest, which will give you a minimum 100 Astrites per completion, and it is quite fun to do as we learn more about the story about the resonator. And that's it everyone for the video. Those are all my known ways to farm Astrites, so if I forgot any ways to farm them, please kindly let me know on the comment section down below. I hope this is helpful to some of you, and good luck on farming Astrites, and have a nice day, and I'll see you lot in the next one. Goodbye.